Get this fucking party started.
Again?
Again. Shendon. You're free to go. And take this fucking water. Who drinks that shit?
Play action fakes into pass end zone. Yes, touchdown.
Hi, and welcome to Geno's Picks. I'm taping this on the usual Thursday afternoon, but I sure wish I was taping it this past Sunday afternoon, just after the Eagles-Bucks game, in which the Bucks blew out the Eagles to give me my third straight win after a Saturday sweep with the Bengals and Bills to improve my record to 38, 36, and 1. Let's leave that up so you think that's my record. It's not, because I'm hoping that not only were you on 3 of those bets, but that you were so excited about the wins you went out and got so drunk you forgot to take my Cowboys, Steelers, and Cardinals picks. Ugh. Which were all losers, dropping Daddy back to a virtual 5-hundo at 38, 39, and 1. Take it down fast, Joe. Although, and I will say this again, when you have 15 seasons of these picks using the same formulas, go with the dick jokes, you really have yourselves to blame for not realizing a guy that has been pegged at 500 and pegged at the fucking bar across the street. That was a bad idea. Pegged at 500 for the last 3 seasons, that I was going to lose the next 3. It is indeed called playing the percentages, Smithers. In any case, I was lucky enough to watch the weekend games with my family, with the exception of my niece, who came down with COVID again. Yeah, she got COVID as many times as she got vaccinated for it. Relax, everyone. She feels fine. But you know, sick of this shit? Her brother, my nephew, who has to miss school because he was exposed to it. And this is going on all over America. But don't worry, because the 7 periods of class the unvaxxed boys are missing at school is more than compensated for by the 35 extra periods vaccinated teenage girls are having at home. Don't worry if you got vaccinated, fellas. My pal Aaron Berg will be selling his cum in mason jars in just a few more months. Good for you if you got the last inside joke. Now let's think outside the box with Geno's picks for the NFL Divisional round. What are we? My first pick, let's go right down the gamut. The Titans, that's not proper English, but I don't care because I had a little whiskey. The Titans are giving 3 and man, was I hammered for last week's video. Did you watch it? Sometimes I watch and I'm rooting for me. I'm rooting for me to get through the pick. I'm like, you got this. Ugh. What a disaster. Now I know how everyone feels watching their fucking president. What's that, Drew?
The disaster is knowing that you watch it back.
I do. I don't usually watch them all, but I'm watching that one saying maybe I got one pick. Every slur. All right. Hey, how long is this one? My first pick. That's true, everyone. I love that. The Titans are giving 3 and a hook to the Bengals in Tennessee. Really? You're saying this game with the Tennessee home field advantage this week is basically a pick-em? Well, then I will indeed pick with being the Titans, who get a well-rested Derrick Henry back, and that makes the team 1,000 times better. And that is an exact number. Because not only does getting the bruising running back attack of Henry back make the... how many backs did I say? Silverback. Let that one go. Nice save, Geno. That doesn't make the rushing game 10 times better, but it also makes Ryan Tannehill 10 times better at QB. Don't believe me? Check the stats. In the 8 games Henry played to open the season, Tannehill passed for 200 or more yards in 6 of those 8 games. In the other 2, he passed for 197 exactly each time, and he would have easily passed for more in those 2 games if they weren't beating the Colts by 9 or blowing out the Jags by 18 in the other. In the team's final 9 games, with a carousel of QBs, Tannehill topped 2 Bills in less than half of those games. Look for him to really explore the space offered to him in the secondary, as Cincy stuffs 9 Bengals in the box to stop Henry. Maybe instead of watching this game, you should just tune into black.com, because Henry is also going to be shredding every pussy that comes near him. Yeah. Oh, and for you math majors, the 10 times 10 is 100. But when you multiply that by the 10 times better the Titans defense will be, after they spent the week resting and studying Bengals offensive struggles against the Raiders' woeful defense, look, that makes them 1,000 times better. And I'm not saying the Bengals offense is adorable at best, but let me tell you, the Titans D spent the whole weekend watching those cat videos going, these are adorable. Take the Titans and lay the 3 and a hook. I love that sound. That sounds like one of those. My next pick. The Niners are getting 6 from the pack at Lambeau while Andrew comes in to do a shot with me. Yes, I was on the Cowboys last week because I simply didn't pay attention to the fact that the Niners play in the uber competitive NFC West that saw 3 teams win 10 or more games to make the postseason while the Cowboys play in the fucking NFC East. I remember writing this, which is so fucking shitty and so which is so shitty that if it was any less of a threat, they would change the spelling from NFCEAST to COVID-19.
What?
You get it, my vaccinated faggot friend.
Sometimes he cracks himself.
Thanks for saving this pick. That's not fair, because even people as stupid as NFL athletes aren't afraid of facing the NFC East. So you know what I'll do? Kill it, and I'll take that was great, thanks, Drew. I will take what I learned last week and apply it to this week's game and take the Niners to cover the spread against the Packers team that beat up on a division just this week in the NFL North of the Vikings, Bears, and Lions. Did the Lions fire their head coach? I know the Bears and fucking Vikes did. Should have. I'm sure I'm being a bit partial, too, because Deebo Samuel of the Niners carried my team to a fantasy championship this season, which was easy, what with him having an extra twitch muscle. And while he'll be leaning into that, Rodgers will be favoring his broken toe in what will be a closer game in the final 15 minutes than it was the first 45. Packers win in what turns out to be a close one, but take the Niners in the 6 you're getting. All right. Which brings me to my... Don't fuck that crazy bitch anymore. I'm kidding. The Bucs are giving 3 to the Rams at Raymond James Stadium. I'm over here now. Really? Thank God other people in this studio are funny. Which brings me to my let's get fat on this pick of the week. The Bucs are giving 3 to the Rams at Raymond James Stadium. When people ask me what happened to the Chargers in that legendary, the payout is bigger than if we all, you know the rest. I simply responded, the Chargers, we're doing it, okay. The Chargers, who after opening the season at 4-1 went 5-7 overall. So what did they do? They did what losing teams do. They lost. Oh my God. This one's for me, the visual. If you get it, you'll love it. And I offer the same advice to Cards fans this week if they are asked the same question after their team was trounced in the first ever Monday Night Playoff game ever. Because after opening at 7-0 to be the last undefeated team in the NFL, I told you, Garrett, the Cards were an abysmal fucking 4-6 over their last 10 and lost 4 of their last 5. The last time I saw someone go over a cliff like that, he was holding a tiny sign that said, yipe. Also, you don't have to be a super genius. If you don't get this, your parents suck, and they didn't let you watch Looney Tunes, or you never watched them as a grown-up. You don't have to be a super genius to know Matthew Stafford also did what he always did Monday night. He beat up on bad teams. And by the way, the Rams are on short rest. I just realized that. Well, the Bucs are a very good team with the best QB of our lifetime, which is why Brady and the Bucs win another blowout. Take the fucking Bucs and lay the 3. If you don't know who I'm taking, you can turn it off now. Actually, don't turn it off. This is the best jokes. Ready? Which brings me to my W Monday late game pick. The Bills! Fucking Bills Mafia are getting 2 from the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Not sure if you saw this stat last week, but not only did the Bills blow out their arch rival New England Patriots, but they put up a 47-burger on the number 2 defense in all of the NFL. And if that weren't amazing enough, Josh Allen threw the equivalent of what we did this week on In Hot Water. He threw the equivalent of an NFL perfect game. Did you see this, guys? With 0 turnovers, 0 field goals, and 7 TDs on 7 possessions with 2 kneel downs at the end of each half. I'm not saying that's impressive, but the only other quarterback to go a perfect 7 of 7 in scoring opportunities in one night was Jimmy Garoppolo. And he actually had 3 more kneel downs. Why are they even watching? And this is why I watched the video. Because the women were... And there's another joke. Couple that with the fact I wasn't impressed at all with the Chiefs win over a very weak Steelers team who sent Ben who sent Ben Roethlisberger out. This is Drew's fault. Out in the most fitting fashion. Because you ready for this, guys? Pat Mahomes beat Big Ben, not with Casey's renowned offense, but with Roethlisberger's famed defense. Because to quote Roethlisberger's lawyers several years ago, hey, all he did was repeatedly fuck the shit out of someone who didn't belong there in the first place. He raped a bitch in a bathroom. Bills Mafia is so much better, and you can add one more win to their win total this year. Take the Bills and the 2 they're getting. Those are Geno's picks.